President Donald Trump receiving treatment at a military hospital for COVID-19. All of this happening just 4 weeks before the November election. Our Chloe Sausameda spoke to an expert to find out what it all means.
Voters are already dropping their ballots in boxes just like this set up around Augusta. But for those who haven't voted yet, they have a new thing to consider. President Trump just tested positive for coronavirus, complicating what was already a very contentious election. Shockwaves overnight as the country learned President Trump and the First Lady contracted coronavirus. But here in Augusta,
it's not surprising. I really didn't know he had coronavirus. That's news to me.
Some across the country now worried if the most powerful man in the country's health is in jeopardy.
We definitely worry a lot more about individuals over the age of 70.
The president considered high risk, not only because of his age, but also because he's considered obese by health professionals.
It's also very hard to point to anybody and know who's going to do reasonably well and who's going to have a more severe course.
Attention now turning to the 25th Amendment of the Constitution, allowing him to step back from his duties if needed. What are some of the options the president has if his symptoms progress?
So there are two approaches, of course. You know, you could see the president could foresee a problem emerging and therefore declare himself incapacitated, and the vice president would take over.
And option two, if the president can't make that decision himself.
And in that case, the vice president and the majority of the cabinet decides that the president is incapacitated. They let Congress know. Congress has to vote 2/3 in each house and agree that the president's incapacitated.
The news of the president's diagnosis coming at an unprecedented time with just weeks to go before Election Day.
Well, I'm assuming it's going to have a huge impact on his campaign.
The Trump campaign now postponing all events involving the president or moving them to virtual formats.
Because they really can't. They need to keep communicating with voters.
One local nurse hoping the president's diagnosis serves as a wake-up call.
Maybe it's a reality check for President Trump that he's not above corona.
The election is just 32 days away, and the White House says the president will continue carrying out his duties while he recovers. In Augusta, Chloe Sausameda, WJBF News Channel 6.